Remember, Antonio Brown's last chance to play competitive football, he sat out Week 17. Antonio Brown had a chance to play for the Steelers in a must-win game to get to the playoffs Week 17 and decided, no thanks. And his first chance to suit up for his new team after forcing his way out of town was to not suit up and not show up. There's more good that comes out of showing up than not showing up. And what this tells me is Antonio Brown is still about him. Antonio Brown is still about Antonio Brown. And that Raiders fans or the Raiders organization or John Gruden or anybody else that thinks suddenly AB becomes a new guy because he's happy. He's happy he's not playing with Ben Roethlisberger anymore. He's happy he's not a Steeler anymore. He's happy to get a new contract. Nope. I'm sorry. A leopard doesn't change his spots. Antonio Brown is always going to be a self-indulgent, immature player. He is dynamic. He is wildly productive. He is one of the best wide receivers in football. I'm not going to take his production away from him. No way. Of course, Antonio Brown is incredible at his profession. But his attitude sucks. Ben Roethlisberger deserves criticism for the way that he handled his relationship with AB. And the Steelers organization deserves criticism for the way that they've coddled and entitled and empowered Ben Roethlisberger to be that type of dysfunction with AB. But Antonio Brown, if he had a smart head on his shoulders and wasn't doing every goofy thing in the book this offseason and wasn't still taking shots at his old franchise and his old quarterback, would realize there's more help than hurt in showing up. There's a benefit to showing up that far outweighs the benefit of not showing up. And, of course, Antonio Brown decided, I'm going to do Antonio Brown. Why not? I'll do Antonio Brown. I'll show up when I want to show up. I'll show up at OTAs when I want to show up. This is voluntary. I don't have to be there. You know, Antonio Brown in his Raiders uniform, working out with Derek Carr and working with John Gruden on the sideline and just showing up like, hey, I might be one of the highest paid players of the team. Hey, I'm brand new. You guys don't know me from a hole in the wall, but I'm here. I'm present. I'm with you guys. I think that would go a long way. I think that would have a pretty good effect. I think the image of that, the message you send is a pretty valuable one. But AB is not about those messages. AB is about AB.